Ah, welcome back to the Boy Time channel. Today we're back with our viewer reaction marathon part 2. This week we got Blur's 13. Look at
That's
the
right.
wheel.
Back at the wheel. Let's see what we get for 2 weeks from now. Mom's Run to World. Just so you guys know.
Just so you know. That was close.
That was close.
Blur 13.
Blur 13. The OG request.
This is our first request ever. Wow, a wheel
did
spin
it.
with a lot of things on it. This is actually the first thing that ever got added to that wheel.
It's crazy.
So, this guy
There you
right
go.
here,
If you're still
first
around.
ever request. You better be. You finally hit it. But this is Blur 13. I don't think either of us have experience with Blur. We are
No.
filthy Americans.
Are they British?
So they were Britpop, apparently, and then with this record, they moved into alternative rock, a little bit of grunge, a little bit of experimental, it seems.
Okay.
We did Flaming Lips, The Soft Bulletin last time. That came out the same year as this one. And they also kind of swapped genres. So we're very much staying in the same realm today.
That's nice.
But apparently this record is very challenging for Blur fans because it's a big jump. We don't have that hurdle to get over. We just have the hurdle of never listening to Blur before. So we'll see how that goes. But I see long songs and I see experimental and like art rock and the genres. So I'm in.
Yeah, this is probably going to be your record. I don't know. I have no idea what we're getting into. So I guess we'll see. Without further ado, we'll go into track 1, Tender. Hope that's legal tender.
In Britain land.
Yeah.
This is a good start.
Yeah.
Give me a long song with just a guitar to start.
That's like crushed. Sounds a little country.
A little bit.
I could be down for some country experimental rock.
But you didn't like Wilco.
Oh. That's true. Actually, I would not be down for that. Why did all these guys sound like Neil Young? This is so weird.
I was expecting more rough vocals, but I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Gospel?
I like this.
Okay.
Is that a 30-second fade out I hear?
I better be.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
classic. All right. Well, while that's playing out, that was Tender by Blur.
Good intro. Not what I was expecting.
No.
When I see that album cover, I do not think choir vocals on a melancholy song. That's very straightforward. That's not what I was expecting, but I like what I got.
Yeah.
That was very nice. I was half expecting more like spoken word-ish vocals, just because like when we got Flaming Lips, it wasn't like the singing was the main draw to that record, and same with like Brave Little Abacus and all these other groups that are like more experimental. So it was kind of a nice return to
Yeah.
some like very strong lead vocals. But yeah, that whole thing was great. The groove sets in. There's a progression there, but it's not too huge. But I feel like the song just kind of takes you with. Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed that song quite a bit. I will say it probably didn't have to be 7.5 minutes
No,
because it didn't really change a whole lot. That first like minute and a half, there was that kind of build into what it was, and then it was just repeating verse
Yeah.
chorus over and over again.
I feel like I could have taken it at like 6
Yeah.
minutes maybe. Although I was kind of like getting into it more in like the last minute and a half for some reason. Maybe it's
I
just because
liked it.
I got used to the track.
Yeah.
But yeah, This interesting. I don't know if this is gonna be like the constant throughout the record. I'm guessing not, but this
I
is
hope
a good
so.
opener. So
But I would like that, but I doubt it. But I guess we can see what happens next on track 2, Bugman.
let's go.
It's a good track title. Okay, this was more what I was
Oh my
expecting.
god, that's good. There we go. That was just a lead in. Sounds like a completely different band.
I know. The absolute gumption you have to put this right after Tender.
And the buzz on that guitar is great.
Yeah,
The noise.
so crunchy.
Yes. Love it.
This is pretty punk.
This is noise. Straight up just
Yeah.
noise. That's great.
I can see why this was controversial. If this was a Britpop band.
Imagine you buy this CD, you listen to Tender, and then just like, brah.
That's an absolute gut punch.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
Is that a weed whacker?
I don't
Oh,
know.
no, that's not.
This is like Kanye dropping Yeezus levels of just terror.
Yeah. You don't see the Blur Man's face on the cover. Just like Yeezus Tour.
Wow. There do be a lens flare up there though. Oh, you got the pure noise outro too? Okay. I see you.
Can we put the Rolling Stones back on? This is too scary. I'm frightened.
All right. Did I say I like Tender? I changed my mind. I like this a lot more.
Yeah, that was quite the transition.
A little bit, yeah. It was a little abrasive. That was like melt your brain noise rock. That was fantastic. Yeah, how heavy the mix got, like in that chorus, and that transition from that pure noise into like the next part of it. And like the very end, there was this weird thing where like all the noise guitars got dropped out and it like went way back and then came back with none of it. It was like really weird. And the song's about drugs,
What?
so I mean, that kind of makes sense.
That song's about drugs.
No way. But yeah, that was amazing. I love that.
I like Tender a little bit more.
What?
I'm not a big noise man. Hurts my little virgin ears. I
Get
would,
used to it.
yeah. No, I don't know. At the beginning, I was like, oh, okay, they're going a little bit punk this time. Like with the guitars, it was giving me some Ramones vibes or like the Clash or something.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then
it did
it-
remind me of the Ramones.
And then it kept going and it got more noisy and someone turned on their weed whacker and they hooked their
That
microphone.
was like a
into-
dentist drill guitar. That was crazy.
I've never heard anything like that. So
Yeah.
I'll give it points for originality.
Yeah.
But I probably won't play that song very often. But you know, to each her own. Next, we have Coffee and TV, which is the most popular song by far, if you can believe it.
Interesting.
It went 60 million, 2 million, 93 million, which makes sense.
Okay, this pacing's really good.
I'm trying to remember how the last one ended.
If the Beatles were depressed and sad.
Yeah.
Forgot how much I missed late '90s guitar solos. They just like murder the instrument.
Guitar solos are a dead art, it seems. Nobody does them anymore. Except maybe the Arctic Monkeys. A minute long fade out?
I don't believe it. Something's happening.
I've never experienced such a thing. I'm gonna have to cut it off a little early. I'm sure that's gonna transition into something.
Probably not.
That
Just gonna,
was
like, slap you in the face.
yeah, probably. But that was Coffee and TV.
Very good. I like the disjointed ness of this record. I think I was reading the wiki, and this is like they were having issues keeping band members together, so there was a lot of
Oh,
intermingling things that were not good, it seems. So it makes sense with like the disjointed nature of everything so far. But like, yeah, song's about addiction. It's very not happy, which I expect from this record. Now we're getting it more.
yeah.
But the sound of it was really fantastic. I love the little outro organ too, but the guitar solo was fantastic as well. It just the pacing on these songs are going pretty well. Besides like Tender being a minute too long, possibly. Like I
Yeah.
think these other two are pretty good length. They do a lot with it.
I'd say so. I enjoyed Coffee and TV. There aren't Spotify lyrics for these, so I have not been paying attention.
That's weird.
I know, a little bit odd.
It's basically saying that he gave up alcohol and traded it with coffee and TV because that's like socially acceptable addictions. And then
Oh.
he's talked about how that's not helping as much. It's still like you're like, which I mean that applies to today because he's like, I don't feel anything anymore because I'm taking in too much information watching coffee or watching TV and drinking coffee. I'm like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Wow, ahead of his time. But we can move on to the next song, Swamp Song.
Let's go.
Now that's fun.
Scary song. Let's go.
I hope so.
Apparently, it says it's about him doing heroin during his time in Africa, so it's about to be a trip.
Heroin in Africa, baby.
It's a bad trip of a song.
Yeah.
How sour that guitar is.
This is definitely like the intro to the bully character in a high school film.
Yeah. This is like a swan song if you turn the dial from 11 to like 5.
Oh, okay. I can
Just
handle
for
this.
scale.
I don't think I could handle a swan song.
Yeah.
All right. Swamp Song.
That was Demented. Good track. I out of all the songs about heroin, the other one that reminded me of was the Nico heroin from that Nico and the Underground album, which kind of like has the same kind of feeling as this one. So, I mean, two people that have written about heroin and made a song about it, and they both give me the same feeling. So I think they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Just like a weird coincidence thing. But yeah, apparently this record's about his heroin addiction and it's about his breakup. So that those two things are happening at the same time here.
Oh.
So we're in for a ride. But yeah, I love the sour guitars. There's this very like brooding sense of like being off. trying to convince yourself that like, oh, I need this to make me productive or happy or a person. But this track is just so dizzying and like demented and distorted. I said it reminds me like a Swan song. It's just you turn the dial like way down, so it makes it like more palatable at least without making me like want to like curl up in a ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, really interesting song. I really like it.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. Pretty fun, I'd say.
Yeah, very fun.
Yeah. I'd put that on at a beach blast or something
Yeah, of
when
course.
I'm wanting to scare the hose a little bit.
I got a whole hose scaring playlist. So.
Okay, good. Well, then I guess we'll move on to track 5, 1992. Frankly, they missed the mark by 1987.
I don't know what you just said, but
Because 1992. Now it's a Johnny Cash song.
it's the most reverb thing I've ever heard. It's still going.
What happened in 1992?
I was not ready for that. Okay.
Are these guys okay?
Wow.
What happened?
I don't know.
Was there a serious historical event that happened in 1992 that I should be aware
I
of?
guess a relationship happened and didn't happen. Originally recorded as a demo in '92 and was lost until he found it again on a tape 6 years later.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that was incredible. Yeah, I feel like the record's cycling between the relationship and the drugs. Like it's been flip flopping with like Bugman and Swamp Song being the drug related tracks, and then the other ones being the relationship ones. But man, their arrangement is beautiful. I don't know if "beautiful" is the word for this track, but those guitars, the build with the reverb and the noise, just that whole atmosphere it just sucks you in. It's constantly changing. There's a little bit of post rock in there. Just with how things were arranged and brought in and out, it was very dragged out and like heavy on the reverb and bringing things in and out. Yeah, that was an experience and a half. I was not expecting that when we got to that track, but that's definitely like one of my favorite ones.
Yeah. That is they're really going all over the place.
They are. They're nailing it too. It's weird.
Especially like right after that Kendrick thing where that one went all over the place and now this one
We can't catch a
it's
break.
like I can't get comfortable. Yeah, I don't know. That one was fine. It was a little bit too noisy for me.
Yeah, that was like my favorite track, and I'm like, oh, you're not gonna
No.
like that one up. But
No, I don't, that's fine. It's fine.
it's fine.
It's fine. We'll just move on to
To whatever this is.
BLUREMI.
It's a combination of Blur and EMI, which is the label.
Oh.
I don't know
Okay.
why they're. I'm sure they'll figure it out in the chorus.
Okay. Am I supposed to say it by the letters or am I supposed to say blurry?
Blurry.
Oh, okay.
Pop baby.
This is what I wanted. What is that?
Donald Duck and a vocoder.
Oh, that is what that is.
This is like an ethereal harmonica. Got the reverb on the harmonica.
This is the weirdest song. I'd like a song of this.
That'd be too easy.
All right. Blurry Me.
That was a song.
Yeah.
I mean, satire piece about popular music or just generic radio stuff. This is a very angsty toward labels. So
Yes.
very angsty to the point where they're like, oh, we're just gonna make the most ridiculous thing possible. But yeah, that was really weird. It kind of went hard.
Yeah, it kind of went hard.
Like, at the same time, it's just like, whoa, what is happening? Yeah, that they're experimenting a lot and like everything's landing so far. So they're doing a very good job of just like switching up styles. I don't know what to call this style. I feel like this isn't a style. This is just an amalgamation of sounds.
It's a goof.
It's a goof, but like it kind of sounds good.
Yeah,
just full coded Donald Duck as a chorus.
It's a somehow solid goof. It's
Yeah.
like they tried to make fun of some things and they're like, well, I mean, we got to make it sound
This
kind
was
of
this was 100 gecs in the 20th century.
That's a great that's a great comparison. Okay. Next up we have another long song called Battle.
Let's go. That's gonna be a trip.
I asked for a song of this and I don't know if we're going to be getting it. It'll be a long 7.5 minutes.
Oh, a trip hop song in here.
I could be down for this. All right. That's Battle. Or Battle, if
Oh,
if I'm understanding it correctly.
that was a song. Thought it was trip hop at first, but that was like straight industrial rock. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Loved how heavy everything was. I like these tracks that are like two verses, like 2 or 3 verses, and then just like build your soundscape, because I think that's the best part about this record is just how good the soundscapes are. They're demented and incredibly like, heavy, but they're also like arranged really well. So it's fun to listen to, but not too much fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that might be a better, longer track than Tender is
I think it used the space
in
better.
terms of pacing. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would be surprised to say that because I would for sure rather listen to Tender than this. But
Yeah, I don't see industrial being your vibe, but I
No.
could be wrong.
but I did enjoy it. It's not like yeah, I've been really surprised. I've not been adding very much to my losing playlist very much. It's just Corey Feldman and then a couple odd tracks here and there.
Great. Yeah, I mean, this record's very heavy, so it's like
Yeah.
songs that you enjoy, but it's like these are really demented, like people at their lowest point making really demented art. So it's like to say I enjoy it is a little weird, but it's very well done, and the songs are crafted really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm loving this.
I'm enjoying it too. Well, track 8 is for sure not a mellow song. I
No
can
way they're actually a
guarantee
mellow
you
song.
that.
This is a fake out.
Yeah, this is gonna be 1992 again.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
This is a fake out.
Okay. Wait the whole 4 minutes.
Yeah.
this is still mellow compared to what we've listened to
That's
before.
true.
So
I'm waiting. This is gonna explode.
It's definitely not a major chord. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's true. I was wrong. That's disappointing to me. That's Mellow Song.
Does it count as mellow if it's like really sad?
I'd say that's mellow.
Mellow.
It certainly isn't energizing.
No. Yeah, that reminded me a lot of like a Nick Drake song at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
Just the way his delivery was with the instrumental,
Yeah, I thought that too.
and that build towards the end where again you have these very distorted guitars and everything come in, and it just like there's such an atmosphere that comes with those. It's just like this very like hazy, depressing atmosphere that they've been weaving in. Again, very good song.
I like that one. Yeah. I like the slow build on that one. I'm glad it never exploded like I thought it was going to. I was just on edge that whole time because I'm like, there's no way they actually have a mellow song on here called Mellow Song. But I was wrong.
It's too on the nose.
It was just, it was just
Reverse
clever enough.
psychology.
I know.
Yeah.
And now I need to be thinking like in 4D chess instead of 3D chess. Crazy. All right. Next up, track 9, Trailer Park.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Is that one word or is it Trailer Park? I don't know, and I don't care.
I don't know. This is the real trip hop song.
Yeah.
You just faked me out with the industrial. Switch up.
Okay.
Grunge time.
Aw, yeah. Such a weird change of pace for the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, they like to do that. Just like completely change it in the last minute. This one's just fading out.
Okay. That was Trailer Park.
Interesting. That's the trip hop song, not the other one.
Yeah.
That was trippy. Still like, there's just such a like a very ominous aura to this whole record now. I knew this album cover was something. I knew Tender was lying to me. 'Cause now the album cover makes a lot more sense. It definitely feels like the sound of this record. It's very, very just like distorted and like, oh, it's just such a mood around it. Yeah, it's like a, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like disturbing, but it's like it's disturbed.
Yeah. It isn't too freaky to listen to. That's the
No,
thing.
it's just like when you take in context of the relationship and like the heroin usage, and then now
Yeah.
you're mixing those in like the darkest point of it, and these instrumentals are just like crying out in pain on every song now. It's kind of like freaky a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely took a swing a little bit. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. It's fun.
Yes, this record is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna close it out though. I guess we have a super long song next with, I'm gonna have to pronounce this in my best British accent. Caramel.
You just offended 50% of our audience.
I know.
I'm supposed to be the Brit phobic one, not you.
I'm just generally xenophobic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't discriminate. You just hate everyone.
I just hate everyone.
Okay. Joke on record. Oh,
There you go. Just in the song with a whole spooky zone. All right. That was Caramel.
I feel disrespected. Just gave that whole emotional 7-minute piece that will just like destroy you emotionally, and then you just end it with like this like, haha, I got you with
Sounded like
Come
a
on, man.
ringtone.
Yeah. I think that's the best long song for sure. A little bit of post rock in there, but yeah, that seems like probably the best use of arrangement and everything that they've done.
Yeah.
Incredibly emotionally potent. I love how trippy everything was. The channels were mixing, the vocals were coming in and out. They were kind of hard to pick up. But like the atmosphere on the track is just unbeatable.
Yeah. I thought that one was I don't know, I think Battle probably has it for pacing for long songs. As someone who does not like long songs. I thought that one was interesting. Not one that I particularly cared for, especially the ending kind of felt like they were twisting the knife in a little bit.
I really loved the old record
Yeah.
ending, and then
Yeah.
it switched again, and it's like, haha, which I mean, like, whatever. It's fine. You can just devastate me and then just like go, haha, that's fine. This record's already enough of like a dive into like addiction and all that crap. Just mess with me while you're at it, I guess.
Yeah. No, I don't have a whole lot to add. Let's move on to Trim Trap,
Trim Trap.
which probably is the best song name so far.
Yeah, this sounds like Trim Trap.
I don't know what Trim Trap is, but this is it.
This is it.
This is no longer Trim Trap. This is scary. Frightening, even.
Yeah. Getting Swan's flashbacks the more we go here. This is kind of interesting.
Oh, good.
Grunge song with a drum machine.
This is awesome. All right. Trim Trap.
Trim Trap. Pretty cool. The grungy, with still like a neo psychedelia type twist to it. The vocals were like all over the place. There was some weird effects happening. Like there was far away, close to the mic. Just these trippy vocals. We got the same thing with Flaming Lips. I think that was just part of that neo psychedelic genre type thing where it was just kind of all over the place, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool. Keeps things interesting. But yeah, even a song that's just a grunge song just gets like incredibly demented at the end. There's just no saving this record when it comes to that. But apparently Trim Traps are Adidas shoes from the 80s. So, didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Seems
And I am
rather
either.
weird. Although I guess Adidas had some wild
Adidas.
things back in the day. So
Yeah, I like that one. I don't know if I would put it particularly high, just because it felt a little, you know.
I think it felt good to like get an alternative rock song back in the mix after we've just done like this weird post rock alternative fusion and then the trip hop song before it.
That's true.
But I don't think it beats like Bugman, for example, when they're doing more guitar based music.
Yeah.
But still a pretty decent track. I
Yeah,
think.
it's all right. We're getting close to the end here. Track 12, No Distance Left to Run. All right. That was sad. I guess
Now the record's sad.
now the record's sad. Well, now I'm feeling it.
Dang it.
I know.
Yeah, that's the song. That's kind of the climax of the whole thing right there. I think it works extremely well through all this distortion and weird switch ups and drug hazy infested instrumentations and things just to lead to this moment. I think it's an incredibly beautiful and powerful moment. There's nothing too complicated about it, which actually enhances the song. Yeah, that's possibly the best one
The best song
ever made
on the record.
on 13.
Oh, okay. Wow. I liked it. I don't know if I liked it that much. I mean, it was good. I
I think in
enjoyed it.
context, I think I enjoyed the sound of their songs more, but I think like through the narrative here, this is like the most like boom.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that one did kind of feel like the culmination of everything, which does make me question why there is one more song.
It is an instrumental,
That makes sense.
according to Genius.
They realized they had 12 tracks and they wanted to call it 13. They're like, no, we got to make something quick.
Honestly, I need an instrumental outro. So I'll take it.
Okay. We got Optigan 1 or L, depending on what you
One.
One. Is that the end?
This is a real fade out. There's no way they sneak something else in.
It's like the most depressing elevator music I've ever heard.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the show's over, roll credits, and the credits don't make. Sometimes, like usually movies have like happy credits music. No,
No.
no. This record, yeah, this was an experience I wasn't ready for, and like this is an amazing album. I didn't know what to expect going into it. It definitely, like, the things I was reading about it was like, okay, I mean, they're going experimental alternative rock. I didn't expect this absolute bender of like all these genres meshing to make one giant cohesive like delve into someone's crippling addiction and relationship issues in a very
Yeah.
cohesive format that like emotionally strikes you lyrically and like through these multiple like distorted and disturbed instrumental palettes. But like, man, this is an incredible record. As an album experience, this is far better than like I think the Soft Bulletin and
I
the
would
same
agree.
kind of genre. Yeah, I liked every song to like varying degrees, but like the songs that really like were at the top were just like really blew me away. Very challenging, but like rewarding, I would say. Listen,
Yeah.
rewarding in the fact that there's a lot of great arrangements and not that you feel gratified in the end because I feel empty. But
Yeah,
that's what
I'm
the record's
sad.
supposed to make you feel. But like very challenging, but very, very well done.
Yeah. I am yeah, I don't know. It didn't make me feel good. I usually like listening to records that make me feel good, or at least distract me from feeling shitty. And this did the opposite.
That is one.
So I probably won't put this on very often. I don't think I'm ever in the correct mental state to listen to something like this. But I do gotta say it's pretty good if you're into like depressing experimental rock stuff. Which I am not, but I did appreciate.
I can only handle so much, but I've been in this lane for the past couple of months, so
Yeah.
I'm ready
Yeah.
for this. But I'm not ready for this. Exactly. But it was so incredibly well made.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well
I
done.
was not expecting something of this caliber. It was crazy.
Yeah, good job to whoever suggested it. Good suggestion. Sorry to keep you waiting, but that's the name of the game, I suppose.
Speaking of waiting,
It's wheel time. All right, we're back at the wheel. There's too many to pick, so I don't even know what I want anymore.
just give me something. I don't care.
I want Bad by Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Close. Oh, oh,
Oh! It went from bad to worse.
frick.
Oh, jeez.
I
Oh,
thought we
jeez.
were going to get a whole lot of red.
Oh, jeez.
Well, this
Oh,
will be
God.
an interesting video.
Oh, God.
Who suggested this?
It's 53 minutes long.
Oh, frick. 16 songs.
Oh, that might kill us.
All right. Join us next week for Rainbow Bridge 3 by Cemetery.
I got one little peek of noise music from this record, and
Oh,
then next
this
week
is
is
noise?
we're gonna hope that there's never any noise again.
Oh, frick.
Yeah, this might make my ears bleed. So
Maybe I should get Bab Jab to sub in for me.
we can get Bab Jab to come along.
Dang it, you're not going to give me this out.
No,
Frick. Okay.
no.
I'll
But
be
that'll be
here.
interesting. I've heard one Cemetery song, and it's gonna be an interesting video.
I mean, based on that album cover, yeah.
It sounds like the album cover looks.
Good. Good. That's what I like to hear.
Cool. We went from really cool, 90s alt rock, and now we're going to some really out there stuff. So join us next time for that. Plug things, I don't care. Just, it's in the description. I don't need to tell you what to do.
You're so bad at outros. You're supposed to come off as personable and friendly, and you come off as
No.
tired and exhausted and
Never.
done. You don't even want to be here. Listen to our podcast. We have a podcast. It's on all the podcast streaming services and YouTube. It's our second channel. Sometimes we post random stuff there too. It's awesome, wicked, wacky, and fun. Also, we have a Twitter. I like to tweet sometimes some funny stuff or not funny stuff, depending on if you think I'm funny or not. If you don't think I'm funny, then you're probably not going to find the Twitter funny. I don't even find the Twitter funny.
That's a lie.
Yeah, I know. I find it too funny. That's my flaw.
That's my shtick.
I laugh at my own jokes.
We've only been suspended twice, so
And that won't happen again. I'm a changed man. But I think those are the only two plugs. Yeah. So subscribe. Leave a request. Did you see that Mondo wheel and want to add to it? As
You
long
can
as
do
it's on
that.
Spotify, we'll add it for you. It's pretty sick. So do that. Interact with the video and get it promoted, please. Okay, thank you. And to all the Blur fans that are offended about me doing the funny accent, I'm sorry. But you wouldn't have watched all the way to the end of the video, so nobody's gonna see this. Epic. Shalom.